Doc Scratch, and welcome to the Collab's first annual April Fool's episode. Today, I will be using my immense powers to swap things around a little. What does that mean? You will see. To begin with, let us tune in to a cool kid cuttlefish color and a very strong narcoleptic nuclear physicist.
Alright, bros, are you ready? It's time for the
Glub, 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 glub.
Oh. No!
Hey, take it easy. I'm not here to give you a hard time like my buddies have been.
But you're a troll, and that's what trolls do, even when they say they won't. Sometimes especially.
Okay then, you can be the judge of that. I won't be long. I've just come here to say a couple things. First, none of this is really your fault. This is swimmingly obvious to everyone here who takes a glubbing moment to think about it rationally, which isn't many of us, but still.
Okay. Even though I still have no idea what you're talking about.
I mean, your Lucis jumped right in there to save you, just like mine did. Well, okay, mine was dead at the time, and she just kind of fell in. Kind of drifted down like fish food, and pow, glub glub sprayed. She was so funny.
What's a Lucis?
It's a big ol' monster custodian you grow up with. Sheesh. How freaking retarded do you have to be not to know something like that? I'm joking, of course. I wanted to glub something else to you well before you started playing, just to get the idea in your head. I'm Pfeffery, by the way, abdicated Empress to be.
Okay, Pfeffery. What is it?
Soon I will go to sleep and speak to the gods. I will convince them to establish a series of stable dream bubbles where we can meet in our sleep.
I don't understand. What's a dream bubble?
You'll see.
Pfeffery, I thought you said you were going to stop using your typing quirk.
Did I? When?
I don't know. I'm sure I remember you said that.
Jade, this is the first time we've ever talked, isn't it?
Oh. Yeah, it is. I don't know what I was thinking. I just had a major case of deja vu.
What's that?
I felt like we've already had this conversation. Actually, it still sort of feels that way. It's not going away!
I think we can all say that was both cool and very strong cute. Up next, we have a very dead-sounding Vriska and a very happy-sounding Aradia. Let's listen.
Ah, you're so infuriating. Why can't you just hate me? It would be a lot easier that way. Or at least feel bothered or annoyed or something. God, maybe I should just rip my heart out of my chest and pound it to a bloody pulp here on my desk with my super strong robot arm. Pound, 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 pound. Look at that. More nasty blue blood all over me. Why not? Might as well open the floodgates and paint my whole hive with this oh so inviolable cerulean swill. Because clearly it's up to me to feel emotions for the both of us. You miserable soulless witch. I hate you. Hate, 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 hate. I only regret killing you because it made you so boring.
Sorry.
I don't want to be on the red team. It's full of jerks who just think I'm a big jerk.
They need you though, and it's where you need to be. Karkat will be in touch with you soon.
Oh god, I can't wait for that conversation.
Also, if it's any consolation, the teams are meaningless anyway.
What? Why would that be consolation? It's more vague, spooky nonsense. Fuck you for me trying to help you. Fuck the blue team. Fuck your conniving. Fuck Aqueous' double dealing and the stupid muscle beast he rode in on. And fuck you for saving my life. Fuck you.
Who knew that it was was possible for Vriska to ever sound anything but obnoxious. Now, tune in as we find out what happens when Karkat is a little more polite and Nepeta is a little bit more gruff.
Hey.
AC points up curiously. She wiggles the rear end a bit and then chases something she sees bouncing on one of Karkat's shoes.
Karkat can't believe he has to sink this low. Karkat can't believe he's asking an autistic girl in a cave to join his team. Karkat mystifies in infinite befuddlement over the fact that you are presently the best remaining candidate for the red team.
AC says I am, wondrously.
Yes, and Karkat can't fucking believe that. Karkat thinks about that a bit, and his jaw drops open and breaks a huge column of bricks like a fucking kung fu master.
AC gathers up all the brick pieces and builds a cute little house and invites Karkat inside.
Okay, good. It's good that you're talking about building, even if it's in the most inane possible context. You're going to be doing a lot of it.
Yes, that sounds like fun. Okay, what do I do?
Okay, briefing. Me, Terezi, Gamzee, and Tavros are all playing now. The connection order is AT, TC, GC, CG. We need someone to connect to Toreador and get him in the game. I have GA lined up for the red team because she is one of the few remaining sane ones left to play. Okay, the only sane one. But she doesn't want to connect yet because of some mysterious bullshit, so I was like, whatever, what else is new? So, I guess that leaves you. Terezi said she had you lined up to play back when she was the fake leader, so I said fine. So, just connect to Tavros and later we'll worry about getting you in.
Alright, I'll talk to him about that. AC pauses and looks up with a little bit of chagrin. I forgot I have to talk to someone else about this. I've been procrastinating.
Oh god. Are you really serious?
It's not that big of a deal.
This boggles my mind. How can you be best friends with the only guy on the planet who's a bigger asshole than me?
It's not so bad.
He's scum. But do whatever you've got to do, I guess. Tavros is waiting.
What a delightful little mutant blood. And 1920s gangster certainly looks good on Nepeta. Now, why don't we take a sojourn to a land where Virgos are raging and tentacle therapists swill Fago?
Why is it that when the subject of temporal mechanics is broached, your sparing human intellects instantly assume the most ingratiating posture of surrender imaginable? Time is not that difficult to understand. It is a utility that a universe may resort to in order to advance a desired degree of complexity, or may not resort to if that is the case. It's all pretty pedestrian. But no, when time travel comes up, you present the face that a man shows when the breeze gradually alerts him to the absence of nether dressings. I don't see how we are to properly agitate you all if you continue to insist on failing to understand basic concepts which common infants effortlessly manage to describe via scrawlings in their own puddles of sloppy discharge.
Have we spoken before?
Yes, in the future.
You and your friends never cease to invent ways to strengthen the credibility of your assertions.
Oh my, is that your human sarcasm again? I enjoy listening to it, and I wish doing so would serve as my primary form of recreation. There, see? I just did it too, saying the opposite thing to emphasize my contempt, but suddenly I feel more primitive and hate myself a little more. It was like this funny miracle that just happened in my heart.
I would admire the sophistication of you and your fellow future dwellers a little more if you seem to be aware the word human only functions as that sort of adjective in bad science fiction. But I won't be rude and change the subject. There's still a bit of unflagellated straw poking out of your rhetorical effigy over here.
Oh dear. No, we aren't from the future. But we are all already in agreement that you don't get it and never will.
I thought you said we spoke in the future.
We did! Your future. For me, it was only a couple minutes ago.
I understand. You exist in some temporal stratum through which you have communication access to various points in my timeline. It's not that complicated.
Yes, that's right! Will you try to talk some sense into your idiot friends so that we may proceed to bother them all on more rational terms?
I try to every day, with mixed results. But you see, it's not that I don't understand you. It's just that I don't believe you. Because it's nonsense. Albeit persistent and coordinated nonsense. Why would a bunch of temporally dislocated trolls want to harass a group of friends throughout completely random points in time?
I will admit, this campaign of provocation wasn't all that well thought out. Don't tell anyone I said that.
Alright, but maybe you should get some trolling tips from us humans. Our sparing intellects are probably better suited to it.
Yeah, maybe. Why don't we be friends?
You want to be my friend?
I think so. I think we were supposed to. You suggested as much earlier.
You mean I did in the future?
Yes, a couple minutes ago.
Probably because I remembered you mentioning it in the conversation we're having now.
That's likely.
Your commitment to this role-playing scenario is intriguing. What choice do I have but to accept?
You'd never imagined that flirting lesbians would sound so hip and loud. And now, we see Equius injected with some sea dweller sweetness, and we see Dave's monotone made a little more over-dramatic. Do you see what I did there? I did 8 A's. It's funny because there are 8.
On Earth, class is sorted out by who can drop the most delirious flow.
I see. So, in other words, a sort of bloodletting ritual to assess whose pulse is steadiest, and thus whose flow is the most strong.
No. Well, yeah, verbal pulse. Rap battles. The kings of word tech ascend to godhood and look down on us patriarchally like urban watermarks in the sky. This is like our religion, man. It's fucking serious business. It's like what our whole culture revolves around. Just take whatever's in there, that bro rage lust you're feeling, turn that bitch inside out like a broke-ass millionaire's pockets.
If you're prepared to be particularly forceful about it, I may be suitably disgusted to comply.
All right. Weird, but all right. You sound wound up, but my gears are airtight. Steer clear of the seer in the night if you're scared of unfair fights. You'll drop like the staircase impaired, seeing 'em spared's a fair fucking rare sight for poor eyes. Like that millionaire whose pockets I mocked earlier. He's paradoxically me, but richer and surlier. Broke as his sword before his stock pick skyrocketed. Worth more than all the chests lock-picked and gold crock bricks and boombox I pickpocketed. Filling folios with millions I'm milking to pad out my pockets. More chock-full than sad Trollean villians clogging my block list. So thoughtful to populate my slate with propositions to copulate to a spate of homoerotic hot picks, which I posit you got shit of that nature in spades, as my shades got you locked in, spying a guy who's eyed more cocks and dicks than I got clocks and they got ticks.
Just a thought. Let's mock a topic with less awfulness. If you'd use the excuse to be less culturally myopic, what are your views on abuse to the walking apocrypha? Would you choose, if duly cued, to put your bruising clop to a flock of naughty robotics?
Wow, yes. Don't really understand that, but yes. Okay, hold that thought. I'm gonna pull this fucking sword out of the thing.
Perhaps it's that it's martial tactics that matter for status. Unless you redact this, I'd hazard in practice that it's a glass of what's lactic that would impact this. Pragmatic to presume, a human metric for grandness stands on fondness and honest, for want and aplomb with strapping songsmithing, ripping sonnets of strongness.
Yes. Still no clue what this shit means, but keep going.
But perhaps to divine class divides and unclassified swine is butchering time. Your fauna, I find, requires too little strength to savage and rhyme. I fear inferiors have monopolized my highest priorities. Let's eschew crude inferiors, pursue nude superiorities, review zoological peculiarities, great stalking enormities, flexing in unison, baying at moons within fraternal sororities.
Holy shit, what?
Great muscle beasts tussle, buxom and heft, with thunderous muscle, buttock to speck.
What the fuck?
Connect blows to discover how invincible pecs are, venture low to uncover his inimitable nectar.
Oh god, okay, stop.
Should song serve to placate one, and fortune holds he lactates some, strong hands tugging teat make great ambrosia collectors.
Jesus. Okay, maybe you're actually the worst troll. I'm thinking none of that was actually ironic. That was all pretty straight up, wasn't it?
What do you mean? Are you ordering me to conceal my poems again?
Never mind. God damn it. Fucking piece of shit sword. Won't goddamn budge. Probably useless anyway.
It looks to be a legendary weapon.
It's a legendary piece of shit.
I believe we can all agree that the juxtaposition of those character swaps possibly just caused the world to implode on itself. And last but not least, we indulge in the emotional theatrics of a sea-dwelling prince and a very stoned-out juggalo. Or could we say, an unconfident page and a baking nanny?
Gam, I need to talk to Car. Where is he? He isn't answering.
He's busy being slapped motherfucking senseless by the guy who likes knives. But I can relay what message you got, my brother.
I don't feel comfortable with that. I have some serious feelings and problems here, and I need some advice.
Hoo-hoo! Yeah, I feel you. He's pretty worked up, too.
Why?
Because our good bro Solatrus just kicked the wicked motherfucking shit.
What the fuck do you mean by that? Are you saying he's dead?
Yeah. Hunk.
Oh, fuck. Oh, God, fuck! Now I feel like an asshole.
Yeah, I'd say that asshole is the thing that just about what everybody feels like. Karkat blames himself on it. Poor motherfucker. But I told him to be chill, because there is a miracle coming. I can feel it.
That is the worst fucking advice. But what an awful thing you to say. Magic isn't real, stupid. Stop believing in it.
I've got to believe in what my heart tells in me, even if it's a fake thing. Hunk.
This is a lot of pointless fucking rubbish, and isn't no emotional help to him, or me either for that matter. Put Car on.
I can't really think about intervening. The black frowning motherfucker kinda scares me. Are you sure I can't help a brother up into his motherfucking chill?
I don't know. It probably doesn't matter. My feelings seem petty and meaningless now. She had better things to worry about than my robot bullshit. Like the dead guy who saved her. So forget it. Thanks anyway.
Bro, my advice is you just kick back and motherfucking snap into some rude elixir and maybe get your wicked zone on. There, I said my piece.
What the fuck are you fucking babbling about?
Snatch an ice cold, dog! Motherfucking chug that shit like you and the bottle was reunited lovers.
Are you recommending a beverage to me or something? Is that what this is?
Yeah, man, slam a fago.
I don't have a fucking fago, you stupid fuck! Why would I keep that disgusting shit on hand?
Are you motherfucking sure about that?
Oh, God, you're right. I do. I totally forgot about it.
You see, man? Mother? Fucking miracles. Hunk.
Not enough, you say? Well, let me steal a page from Badger and lay down some slick beats for y'all. Dude, that bird is long gone. It probably won't last long in this heat anyway. You don't even know what's up with this sick heat. The sun threatens to set but won't step off. It's staring you down like the big red eye of a hot needle skipping on a groove it's tracing round the earth. While lingering in midair, its heat seems to suspend time itself, stretching it like warped vinyl. It's meant to rain this season, but there ain't been a drop in sight. Even a little drizzle would help. Might help to fizzle this sizzle a little bizzle, set the record straight on this global turn-tizzle. So don't change the dizzle, turn it up a little. I got a living room full of fine dime brizzles, waiting on the pizzle, the dizzle and the shizzle. Cheese to the bizzac now, ladies, here we gizzo. When the pimp's in the crib, ma, drop it like it's hot, drop it like it's hot, drop it like it's hot. English romantic poet, John Keats.